All praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Wakakodash, Bakat Yahweh, Brakat Yahushai, Ba'ashem Wakakodash. Double honor to the apostle of Great Millstone that teach us this truth. Much love and appreciation to all the Akim, the elders preaching the truth and sincerity out there. Shalom to the hopefully elect. Help not the sinner. Title of this lesson, Help not the sinner. Let's go to Ecclesiasticus. Let's go to Ecclesiasticus 12 verse 4 and 5. Give to the godly man, and help not the sinner. Do well unto him that is lowly, but give not unto to the ungodly. Hold back thy bread, and give not unto him, lest he overmaster thee thereby, for else thou hast received twice as much evil for all the good that thou hast done unto him. See? So that's why sometimes it's not good to help the sinners, right? It's not good to help them, because you're gonna help them and they're gonna return twice as much evil for all the goods that you have done to them, because they have no laws. They have their mind is corrupt, their action is corrupt, their ways, it's all corrupted with all this the folly of this world, with all the injustice and all the unrighteousness that there is ruling all over the world, right? And if you try to help them too much, it's like casting your pearls onto swine. You're gonna talk to him about that new song, the word of the Lord and everything. They're just gonna mock you. They're just gonna ridiculize you. That's what they do, and that's what they believe in, right? They don't believe in the word of the Lord. They believe in their own thing, their own system, right? So let's go to Matthew 7 verse 6. Give not that which is holy unto the dogs, neither cast ye your pearls before swine, lest they trample them under their feet, and turn again and rend you. Right? See? So that's what they're gonna do. You're gonna give them something good to somebody who's not gonna appreciate it, and they're just gonna turn around and trample that whatever you give them under their feet, and turn again and rend you. They're gonna turn against you on top of it. See? So what's the benefit of like preaching the truth to people that are unbelieving, preaching the truth to people that you know that they are reprobates, preaching the truth to people that you know that their traits that do not work with the Lord, because they're arrogant, because they're unbelievers at first, and also that they are they're unrighteous, and on top of that they do not accept the word of the Lord. So they reject the word of the Lord. If they reject it, nothing you're gonna do. So we go out there, we preach to the elect, we preach to the hopefully elect, we preach to the people that are lowly, we preach to the people that wants to hear the word, that are waiting to be delivered, waiting to know the end of their enemies. That's what we go for. That's what we try to preach the best we can, to the best of our ability, and to bring the word to the one that needs it the most, not the one that's just gonna cast it under their feet, right? Because they don't appreciate it. And because most of people of the world, these people, they treat the truth like it's garbage, because they are garbage. Because they are garbage, because in the eyes of the Lord's gonna kill them and cast them on the street like they're dung. So even worse than garbage, like poop, like doo-doo, right? Titus 1 verse 15 and 16. Unto the pure all things are pure, but unto them that are defiled and unbelieving is nothing is pure, but even their mind and conscience is defiled. They profess that they know God, but in works they deny him, being abominable and disobedient, and unto every good works reprobate. See? So every good works that they could do, or they could find fit to do, they will not do it, because they are unbelievers, they are reprobates, and nothing is pure to them. Even their mind is not pure, conscience is not pure. So whenever they do something even bad and everything, they never gonna think about it, analyze it. Oh man, that was bad. No, they just gonna keep on going through their day and nothing happened. That's the kind of people that you're gonna be dealing with, right? That's why you don't waste your time to preach with those kind of people, like it says in Hebrew 4 verse 2, right? Because you're gonna preach to these people, it's gonna be a waste of time. You could use that energy to preach to somebody who's actually gonna accept it, who's somebody who's gonna actually at least listen, not just to somebody who's just going to hear it from one ear and then it goes right through the other ear and nothing happened. They don't care, right? You don't want to do that. Hebrew 4 verse 2. For unto us was the gospel preached, as well as unto them. But the word preached did not profit them, not being mixed with faith in them that they heard it. Right? So, just like we were saying, that you can say whatever, you can preach to them and everything, but if they have no faith anyways, it's not gonna profit them, because they're not gonna listen to it, they're not gonna act in accordance to it, and it's just gonna be a waste energy, because they are reserved for judgment. Reserved for judgment. They're not gonna change their ways, right? And if you preach to these people, you're preaching in vain, right? Because they will not hearken unto the voice of the Lord, because they have the mindset to reject the Lord, to reject the men of the Lord, to reject the word of the Lord, and to reject the gospel, right? That good news that's supposed to be a hope. It's supposed to be something that revive you, right? Something that's gonna put life into the dry bones. But no, to them it's nothing. To them it's worthless. So there's no points to help, to try to help them. Help not the sinner, right? Okay, so 1 Samuel 8 verse 7. And the Lord said unto Samuel, hearken unto the voice of the people, and all that they say unto thee, for they have not rejected thee, but they have rejected me, that I should not reign over them. See, they have rejected the word of the Lord, they have rejected the counsel of the Lord, right? And in that case, we know that Israel always wanted to follow the heathens. They wanted kings like the heathens. They wanted to follow all the ways of the heathens, because these people, they're sinners. These people, they wanted to do the acts of the heathens, right? And even nowadays, nothing new under the sun. There's a lot of people among Israel that they're sinners. They're just They will not listen to the word of the Lord. They don't want to hear it, and on top of that, they go against the men of the Lord. So not only they reject it, and they go against it, because you can reject it, that's one thing, and you don't do no action. But some, they even come to try to fight against the word, which nothing can happen through that. Nothing they can do about it, right? But it proves you what kind of people that they are, right? These are the same kind of people that would that that rejected our Lord Yahushua and took the and gave life to the Steras, to what is named, that guy, that thieves that was on the side of the Lord, right? That thieves, so they would choose the thieves, and they would kill the Lord, they would kill our Lord. Which one was the righteous one? They didn't like to hear the righteous word of him, because that condemned them, right? Condemned them. And that word right here, the word, gonna condemn whatever action that they doing. And if they don't want to change, they're not gonna want to hear it. So they reject the word, they reject the Lord, they reject the prophet of the Lord, and they're waiting for their judgment. But they think that the word is still gonna come whenever they need it. There's gonna be a famine of the word, and they think that this world is gonna keep on going like nothing happened. That world is gonna be destroyed, but they still didn't consider it. That's the problem. But we know that the sheep will hear the voice of the Lord, right? The sheep, the real sheep, the elect, they will hear it. The ones that are destined for salvation, they will hear it. But the ones that are destined for destruction will not hearken. John 10, verse 16, 22, and 27. And the other sheep I have, which are not of this fold, them also I must bring, and they shall hear my voice, and they shall be one fold, as one shepherd. Because we know that Israel was separated, right? Was separated even when Yahushua was, and 2,000 years plus was on the scene. There was no other. The northern kingdom was all gone. The northern kingdom was all gone, so it was just the southern kingdom that was there, and they're under rulership of the Romans, right? In captivity, pretty much. So that's why Yahushua said that there's another. I have other fold, other sheep that are not of this fold, right? So, but at this time right now that we're here, all the nations are pretty much in captivity all together. And when we're gonna come back after the tribulation, we will be all one people. We'll be all one people again, right? And even now, to a certain extent, we are one people, even though we are still very divided, right? Because a lot of people all over the world, they know that they are Israelites, right? There's camps all over the world that are preaching the same gospel. So we are technically back together again, but not in full extent, I would say. Okay, verse 22. And it was at Jerusalem, the feast of dedication, and it was no. Okay, verse 27. My sheep hear my voice, and I know them, and they follow me, right? So that's, at the end of the day, that's what it's gonna be. That's what it's gonna be. That the sheep of the Lord of Yahushua and Yahweh Bashem Yahushai will hear the word, because it is their time to be sealed. It is their time to be saved. It is their time to be, to be, because we know that the Lord is gonna separate the sheep from the goat. So that's what He's doing right now, and He's doing it through this word. He's doing it through this gospel that are we doing, right? Starting from the apostles and coming down the elders and to all the prophets. But we know that before it gets better, it's gonna get worse. Before it gets better, it will get worse. Why? Because it is written. Why? Because it is time for judgment. Let's go to Ezekiel 9 verse 6. Slay utterly old and young, both maid and little children, and woman, but come not near any man whom is the mark, and began at my sanctuary. Then they began at the ancient men which were before the house. So, and this word right here, slay utterly old and young, both maid, little children, woman, because the time that's gonna come is gonna be a time like never before. It's gonna be the time of Jacob's trouble. It's gonna be a time of gloominess, destruction, that through the window is only gonna be dark, because there's not gonna be no future, no clear, beautiful, bright future coming up for this world, right? And he says, begin at my sanctuary, go not near to any man whom that there is the mark of exemption, the tawa, right? The mark of exemption. That's what we're looking for. That's what we want. And we don't want to be going through the path of destruction. And we want to do the best that we can to stay in this fold, in this position. Last couple scriptures, that there is spirits created for vengeance, to appease the wrath of the Lord, which will be the time that we're gonna go into, because it's gonna be the time of judgment that the Lord talked about long time ago. And nobody's gonna be safe out there if you don't have the mark of exemption, if you don't have the Lord protecting you, right? So let's go to Ecclesiasticus 39 verse 28 and 30. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction they pour their forces, and appease the wrath of him that made them. Fire and hell, famine, death, all these were created for vengeance. Teeth of wild beasts, and scorpions, serpents, and the sword, punishing the wicked to destruction. Right? So this is what we know that's gonna come for punishment. This is part of the punishment, because we know that at the latter, the seventh seal, the last plague itself is going to be the destruction by nuclear fire missiles. So all these things, they've been predicted long time ago. They've been preached about. They've been prophesied about, that they would come. And we know that the time for this destruction, the time to deliver Israel is coming. And that time will be a time like never before. It will be at the time that Israel is gonna be reunited again as one fold, one shepherd, which is Yahushai, the king, David, and you know, and it's gonna be the time that Israel will not be in bondage under nobody anymore, will be ruling over the nations with a rod of iron, like Yahushai said. All praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Wakakodash. Double honor to the apostle of Great Millstone that he showed this truth. Much love and appreciation to all that can preaching the truth and truth and sincerity out there. Shalom to the hopefully elect.